Facebook page or call 352-504-0092. That's 352-504-0092. Celeria Urgent and Primary Care.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Tuesday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday, 9 o'clock today. Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be in here with In the Garden. 10 o'clock, Matt Gibbs with Auto Repair with Personal Care from Sunrise Auto. But joining us, he does every morning in the 8 o'clock hour from Life South, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. Penn Flooring and Just Ship. Galen Unal joins us. Galen, good morning to you. So, you out and about on your way to Gainesville, or you got something else going on today?
No, I'm in Gainesville. There you are.
Oh,
hey, good morning, Tom.
Oh, you didn't have me. I'm sorry. Good morning, Galen.
Nope. Doing all right?
Every day is better than the day before. You know, it's any day that you're seen instead of viewed is a good day.
It's debatable.
Well, I don't think I've lived a full life yet, but I may have. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I want to get.
I mean, hey, I have a belief if you're past 45, you've had a good run.
Oh yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah. So I want to get right into it because it's something that has bothered me. This morning I'm watching Channel 6, the local Orlando channel, out of to watch my news. I'm eating my breakfast and everything this morning, and lo and behold, they tell me about some cows on the interstate. And they told me about a couple shootings that happened in Orlando, which is normal stuff. And then they told me about the wildfires out of control in Europe because they're experiencing abnormal heat with no air conditioners and all in Europe. So that's a huge story on Channel 6. And then they talked about the fist bump with the Saudi prince again. That's a huge story.
Who cares?
They talked about.
Who cares?
Yeah, well. They talked about the construction going on I-4. That's a huge story. The reason I bring all this up is not once did we hear mention of the shooting that happened in Indiana yesterday and the Good Samaritan that had a gun with him because he was a licensed legal gun owner, and he killed the assailant before the assailant was able to kill any more than 3 people. A 12-year-old girl was one that got killed. And also, now it comes out that if you look for it and find the news that's reporting on it, because nobody seems to be, the assailant actually had guns stashed in the bathroom at the mall so that when he got done with one gun, he could go get more guns. So who knows how many lives this hero saved. Now, the hero has asked for his name to be redacted because he doesn't want But this story has went away, Galen. I don't see it on mainstream media anywhere, none of the national news, the local news. I looked on clickorlando.com, which is the website for Channel 6 News. 84 stories on there that go from this morning, all the way through Friday of last week. Not one mention of the hero and how he was able to take down an assailant before he was able to kill a mass group of people. And it's because the narrative, in my opinion, it doesn't fit because they don't want you to know that responsible gun ownership can lead to solutions, not problems.
Yeah, I mean, we're finding out the gun owner, the responsible gun owner, shot the guy within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was reading something online, because Twitter is Twitter. But somebody's like, yeah, why was he so slow? Like 2 minutes? You don't even know, let's just say he's firing bullets. You have to figure out where they're coming from first, right? Then you have to be able to get the shot off without hurting somebody. And then not only did he get the shot off, he dropped. It was one shot, apparently. So Yeah, I think this is the example. And the sad part is we got another 20-year-old who's illegally obtained guns. Apparently, they don't think he got them legally. There's some gray area there. But again, we got another 20-year-old who's trying to be a hero, right? In his eyes, he's trying to be a hero.
Well, here's what gets me.
It's sad.
Here's what gets me. I do a Google search and a Yahoo search on both search engines. Can we say, and Bing is the third one, but I never use Bing. Can we say that Google and Yahoo are probably the two biggest search engines, or right up there in the top 5 search engines?
Sure.
So I do Indiana.
Go until they got bought out.
Right. I do Indiana mall shooting is what I put in the header on both places. Let me tell you the top stories. Here's the top story. That when and they listed top stories, and usually it's CNN, Fox News, NBC, CBS, right? Here's the top stories. Goshen News, the Wichita Eagle, Action News Tampa Bay, Bakersfield Scripps, Indianapolis WXIN, ABC News Indiana, CBS 3 Indiana. Then the first national news, Fox News. First national news that comes up, then CNN right under Fox News. My point is, in this shooting, the Goshen News, Action News Tampa Bay, and the Wichita Eagle are the 3 leading news reports on both search engines. Both of them.
Sure. Yeah, I know I read an article yesterday from the New York Times about it, because they released more information.
The Bakersfield Script, because that's where I check every morning for my news.
Oh, Google will offer it to you. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you look for, but it doesn't fit their narrative. But yeah, 4 people were killed. One of them, in my eyes, really doesn't matter.
No, 4 people, but he doesn't matter. The 4th guy doesn't matter.
Right. So there were 3, and then there were 2 other injured. And when you find out that this guy had been basically stalking that food court area for over an hour, it's kind of remarkable. The damage that could have been done if this other gun owner hadn't dropped him.
Dropped him too. From everything I've read, it was one shot, and he was done.
Right. Yeah. And again, we don't.
And it was a 22-year-old, by the way.
Shot.
It was a young man too.
I thought he was 20.
22.
I thought he was 20.
No, the 20-year-old was the gunman. The hero was a 22-year-old from Bartholomew County who was legally carrying a firearm at the mall. He shot and killed the guy.
All right, there you go.
Oh, so the 12-year-old didn't. The 12-year-old was in critical condition. I thought she had passed. She's now actually in stable condition. So the 12-year-old did not die.
Well, and you're not allowed to own a handgun until you're 21 in almost every state. So, again, this is the whole thing about how we have to have more armed people. And in Georgia they passed a law that now you can carry a gun at school if you're a certain administrator and you've gone through the proper training. And I don't really have a problem with that. Responsible gun owners don't just go out and randomly kill people.
A mall
doesn't happen.
A mall this wouldn't have happened in? It would have never happened in Town Center Mall in Kennesaw, Georgia. You know why?
Sure, that's true. Why?
Let me tell you why. Since
Sure.
1988, I believe 88 or 89, the city council of Kennesaw passed an ordinance that to live in the city limits of Kennesaw, you must own a gun in your home.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I wonder if that's still true.
Oh, yeah, it is. I checked this morning.
Kennesaw's changing pretty dramatically.
Yeah, I checked this morning. Actually, it's up for the city council is looking into if that law still needs to be on the books or anything, but it's
Sure.
there, and they're now looking to see if they need to repeal it.
I gotcha.
But all I know is crime in Kennesaw was almost for a very long time non-existent. Because why would you want to go rob a place or break into a house or anything where you know the law says they have to have a gun?
Absolutely. Well, it is a deterrent.
It is.
Right? I mean, it is a deterrent. There's no doubt about it. So go to a softer target. Criminals are lazy. Go to a softer target.
Well, they're like water. They go to wherever they can get to easiest is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I
understand this guy doesn't want his name known because he doesn't want the celebrity or the ridiculousness
that
that
will
will
come.
come.
Become Kyle Rittenhouse, right?
The ridiculousness that will become, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, he watched what happened to Kyle Rittenhouse, and so he doesn't want to become that guy. But the way the mainstream media has just run from this story like it's COVID-19.
Sure.
It's why people this is an exact display of why people have no trust in the media whatsoever. In my opinion, that's what this is a vivid display of why there's distrust of the media in this country. It's just my feeling.
It's one of the examples. I mean, it's just one of the examples. I mean, but the media has always reported whatever the heck they wanted to. That's
whether we liked it or not.
Right.
And look, I know their job. I know the media's job because I'm in the media. It's to get eyes on the TV. It's to get eyes on the newspapers. It's to get ears to the radio. I understand that. But you could do that with this. You could do that with this story if you chose to.
Sure. But they'd much rather talk about something like a fist bump, which makes no sense to me. I'm like, yeah.
We'll get it.
By the way, presidents have to shake a lot of hands.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I've never understood that.
We'll get into that next. Let's take a break. We'll be right back after this timeout on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. Says WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped. The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Tuesday, I'm Tom Schmitz. And finally, after much searching and looking, I have found the information. Elijah Dickens. That's the hero of the Greenwood Mall shooting. I finally was able to find his name, Elijah Dickens, 22-year-old from Seymour, Indiana. He said, I just want to keep my life as normal as possible. I saw people that were in peril and a maniac with a gun. I did what I hope anybody would do. I eliminated the problem. I think I like that, Galen. I think I like
Well,
that.
well, that's exactly what he did, right? I think that's the cool part about the whole thing. So I haven't read that quote. I'll have to check that out.
He was with his girlfriend at the mall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you should probably marry that guy.
he's of course, his lawyers read a statement that said he's proud to serve as the attorney and spokesperson for a true American hero who saved countless lives during a horrific event that could have been so much worse if not for Eli's courage, preparedness, and willingness to protect others.
Yeah.
So
Again,
and that quote
that's
actually
pure training.
that actually quote came through the lawyer, so it didn't come from Dickin. So there's no corroboration whether he made the quote or not, or it came from his lawyer.
I mean, then you can definitely take the leap that that's what he wanted said.
Right, Elijah Dickin. Good job, Elijah. Good job.
Amen.
Hey, you talked about a fist bump, and the world is not in an uproar, but the mainstream media in this country is in an uproar over a fist bump. He called him a pariah, and then he fist bumps with him. And I said this yesterday after you were at work and doing your job, but I said it yesterday in the 10 o'clock hour. I go, who cares about a fist bump? He shakes a lot of hands. He has to acknowledge that he's with the crown prince and all. I don't care about a fist pump. What I care about is that he went over there begging for oil from the Saudi prince when all he has to do is just take his executive orders off and start pumping oil out of the United States, and he wouldn't have to be over there begging a Saudi prince for oil. What the hell is the president of the United States begging somebody for oil for?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, that is the quickest response and the solution to lower gas prices is just get more oil in the market.
Yeah.
I agree with that part. I mean,
the quickest way to do that is open back up the pipelines and the drilling in the U.S.
Well, I think you can do both.
Well, you have to do both. We've seen that.
I'm not disagreeing with that. And he's got to get more oil into the world markets too. So, and there's no way someone from France can go over there because they're too busy opening up coal mines.
Yeah, but we're sending oil to the world, to China, when we need it right here in our country.
That's not entirely true. It's not how oil markets work, but I just think that's oil is a global commodity that everybody uses. And India and China are the largest users right now in the world. So you want to lower global prices? Because this isn't just a problem in the United States. I think the United States has made it worse by not producing its own oil. That we could argue, but China still needs oil. And if he can sell it to China more than we bought it for, because Trump bought a ton of oil during COVID, selling all that oil at a pretty big profit. That's capitalism. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Putting it in our markets would increase the price. It's just putting it into the global market is going to lower our price.
Well, yeah, you got to lower the demand by having enough supply in the countries that use it the most.
That's exactly right. And the whole global supply is down right now. So, again, I don't have a problem with that.
But pump oil for us. Pump oil for us here. Let the Chinese go beg the Saudis.
I don't think you want. First, you do not want China and Saudi Arabia or anywhere in the Middle East not already at.
Well,
You need China to be no. This is important because you want the United States to be the most influential country in the world. That way, they can work in our best interest. When you have China or Russia at the tip of the spear because we're going to become isolationists, that's bad. That's how you get Syria. That's how you get Libya, right? That's how you turn some of these, Iran into Iran. You've got to stop that. And the best way to do that is to go over and talk to people and make sure they understand. Look, you want an iron grip with a president. You want a president who's going to look you in the eye and say, "You mess up, I may bomb you into oblivion." That you want the Teddy Roosevelt approach, right? Speak softly, carry a huge stick, and that's what Biden should be worried about. Not worried about a fist bump. Go over there and shake the man's hand, and look him and tower over him, and then look at him and his 1,000-foot stare, going, "Look, I'm crazy. I have no idea what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
Somebody over here could tell me something. I could say something completely different over here because I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. You should be very scared of me." That's the way to do it.
I mean, he's got us scared to death of him.
Madman, absolutely, but madman politics on a foreign affairs has proven to work every single time.
Every time.
Nixon used it. Reagan used it probably better than everybody else. Trump definitely used it. He's the one who got all these peace accords signed in the Middle East. The Taliban was even scared of Trump.
Ask Muammar Gaddafi. Oh wait, he's dead, but still, ask Muammar Gaddafi and all how scared they were of Ronald Reagan and the entire Middle East when Muammar Gaddafi, made those threats and Reagan went over and blew up a palace with a wife and 2 kids in it. And then Muammar, you didn't hear about Muammar for 25 years after that until they killed him in the spring of, freedom or whatever they call that, whatever it was called. That's the next time you heard the name Muammar Gaddafi because he was scared to death Reagan may bomb him again, and Reagan wasn't even president for 20 years.
Yeah, and again, when I hear things like, "Oh, we need to, our European allies need to like us," no.
They need to fear us.
They need to respect us.
Remember what Teddy said?
That's
Speak
what they need
softly.
to do.
Remember what Teddy said? Speak softly.
Yeah.
Carry a big stick.
I just said it, and that's exactly right. I mean, we have to understand our place, and if we're not there in our place, then you're going to get this vacuum of power, and that vacuum of power is now being filled by the Chinese. So I have no problem with Biden going over there and talk to them. He should talk to everybody. If you want to go talk to any foreign leader, that's your job as president.
Yeah, this looked more like begging to me, though. Just did.
Why?
Just did.
We have no idea what was said. You're saying that because of your political slant. You have no evidence to say that he was begging. This trip had been planned for over 6 months.
Yeah, man's a pariah. Why would he? He begged him. He begged him. That's all we got. Look, he begged him. Okay. Just like I'm begging you to listen to what I'm saying.
Well, it doesn't. You can't rant about on the previous segment about how biased the media is, and then go to the other end of the spectrum on the very next.
Sure, I can. I'm a crazy leader. I'm trying. Craziness. It could intimidate you. Could intimidate you.
It's not. There's a difference between crazy and dumb.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll get. Okay.
No, I mean, but again, if we're gonna try to discuss things, then let's discuss things pretty openly and honestly.
You may.
I think everybody who listens to the show knows where my slant is politically, but at the same time, the president fist bumping somebody else isn't.
No, I could care less about the fist bump. Could care less.
And he wasn't over there begging.
He was begging.
Trust me, he wasn't begging. Oh, he wasn't.
Look, I saw the group photo. He's standing there with a gas can in his hand.
That would have been great, by the way.
Somebody
would have done that.
By the way, that meme is out there already with Biden in the group photo holding a 5-gallon gas can in his hand.
By the way, that would have been great. He couldn't lift a 5-gallon.
No, of course not.
But Trump went over there and had a bomb in one hand and an oil can in the other. It's like, look, fill this up or I'm bombing you into oblivion. That would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic. We got to take a break. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on WOCA, The Source.
News with Lance Pride.
Russian President Vladimir Putin's visit to Iran starting Tuesday is intended to increase allies among its grinding invasion of Ukraine. In only his second trip abroad since the invasion in February, Putin is scheduled to hold talks with the presidents of Iran and NATO ally Turkey. The Russian hackers Cozy Bear, who breached dozens of U.S. government agencies in 2020, including the SolarWinds incident, are using high-tech techniques involving Google Drive and Dropbox to break into diplomatic offices. The Russian state-sponsored hacking group attacked Brazil and Portugal in May using Dropbox or Google Drive storage. Britain broke its record for highest temperature ever registered Tuesday with a 102.4 degrees Fahrenheit reading. Death Valley in the United States has the record at 123 degrees Fahrenheit, set back in 1913. USA Radio News.
Are you prepared for more severe food shortages? It's likely that over the next year, serious food shortages will plague us. American farmers are dealing with insane diesel fuel prices and fertilizer shortages, which will lower crop yields. And that means your family's favorite foods will soon be in short supply while fetching sky-high prices. Inflation is the new normal, folks. It's time to act before things get even worse. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com without delay. You'll find ready-hour emergency food kits from My Patriot Supply that last up to 25 years in storage. Each kit provides over 2,000 calories a day to keep your energy up. Order your emergency food kits today by going to MyPatriotSupply.com. Your food ships fast and arrives in unmarked boxes. Listen, there are ways to beat food shortages. When you're ready for real preparedness, make sure to look for ready-hour foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com right now. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Nirvana Medical Spa is Ocala's premier medical spa, home to a variety of non-invasive corrective laser treatments and facials. Besides filler, neurotoxin, laser hair, we offer PRP, tattoo removal, body contouring, vaginal rejuvenation, urinary incontinence, and men's sexual health. Become a better, brighter, happier you at Nirvana Medical Spa.
If you suffer from joint pain, arthritis, or an injury, you know the traditional treatments, pain meds, steroids, and then surgery, right? Hey, it's Tom Schmitz with great news. Now there's a better way, and it's here now from the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. This is an advanced, exciting, and natural alternative that can give you lasting relief using your body's own healing power. Listen, steroid shots are toxic to your joints, pain meds are addictive, and nobody wants to go under the knife. It's 2022 and those old ways are out and the new ways are in. Regenerative medicine can restore and repair damaged joint tissue using the natural biologics, no drugs, no downtime, no surgery. QC Kinetics regenerative protocols can address any pain in any joint and give you the quality of life you deserve. They now have offices in Ocala and the Villages. Call 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Galen Enoff from Life South joins us for this segment. 8:50, we'll talk to a young man about the insurance problems in Florida. But right now, we'll wrap up with Galen. You know, Galen, last night I did something I hadn't done in, it's been a decade, I know. I didn't know there'd been rule changes that made it more palatable. But I turned it on last night at 8 o'clock to watch Albert Pujols, the 8th seed, in his last home run derby. It was his 5th one he's ever participated in. He made it to the semifinals. It was ultimately won by the young outfielder from the Washington Nationals, Soto. He outlasted 7 other competitors. I'll be honest with you, they've done a lot to change it with the time clock now, and if you hit bombs of 440 feet or more, you get extra time and everything, so it's better than the money ball or the 10 pitches or the 10 outs or whatever. But I found myself still bored as hell.
Oh, really?
Still bored.
Okay. Well, Juan Soto, who is asking for a $600 million contract,
Sir,
may have gotten it.
He doesn't want $440 million over 15 years.
No, it's not enough.
He literally
Crazy, isn't it?
Well, when I was reading this story, and that's why I brought up the home run derby, because the biggest story out of the home run derby is the winner may have just secured one of the largest paychecks ever in the history of baseball with that win. But then as I'm reading the story, I said out loud in the studio this morning, I go, Scott Boras, his agent. And then I get down farther in the story. Guess who his agent is? Scott Boras.
Scott Boras. Sure.
The first
sure.
Soto turns down $440 million over 15 years. And as soon as I saw that, I go, is Scott Boras his agent? And then I read the story farther. And sure enough, Scott Boras is his agent. How did I know that he turned at $440 million and he turns it down? How did I know that was a Scott Boras agent player?
Well, first of all, it's because Scott Boras, if you're a baseball player, that's
the guy you want.
And again, we're at the point where we're no longer worried about generational wealth. You are
multi-generational.
So just think about how few companies in the world are worth or have a net value, not worth, but net value over $600 million. Right?
Well, here's what he's thinking. I know what he's thinking. He last night in his head goes, look, the Mega Millions is $600 million for one person if they get 6 numbers right. Look at my numbers. My numbers are great. I should get $600 million.
But it's such a crazy number.
6. And remember when Alex Rodriguez signed for 10 years, $250 million? And
how many companies in Marion County are worth that? None? E1? I wonder what the E1 is valued at.
Oh, no, there's a lot of companies in Marion County that are worth more than $600 million. You forget that R&L Carriers is here now.
Yeah.
Amazon is here now.
Well, Amazon.
Chewy's here now.
Okay.
AutoZone is here now.
Well, no. I mean, if you're going to count that's like, okay, Walmart is.
Right.
I mean, it's owned here.
Oh, you mean owned
R&L
here?
Carriers.
R&L Carriers? Probably R&L Carriers.
R&L, and you could.
No. Closet Mate is probably close. The
E1 is worth Forbes is nope, that's not the right.
The wealth of the Weber family, but their company is not based here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Campbell Soup is not based here, but
sure.
But yeah, I get your point. Very few companies in our area are valued at over $500 million. And here's a guy who who wants $100 million more than $500 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's a.
And he is. By the way, he is only. Usually, when you see these contracts, you know, Alex Rodriguez wasn't on the downside of his career, but people, when he signed that $250 million 10 year, people go, "What's he got? 6-7 years maybe, good baseball, and then he'll be, average or something. When Albert Pujols signed the 10-year deal for the California Angels, which Anaheim, what do you have? 3 years maybe of good quality, top-notch baseball. Soto is only 23 years old. He
is Dominican, so he could technically.
He could be 28. He could be 20. You're right. You're right about that. But if you believe he's 23 years old, this contract, the first 10 years, 11 years of a 15-year contract, could be the prime. You could get 10, 11 great years. But I still don't believe that's worth.
Absolutely.
I still don't believe that's worth $600 million.
Well, it's not for you and I. It's whatever somebody's willing to pay.
And by the way,
I'm never one of these guys.
How many Bobby Bonillas are we going to create with these kind of salaries?
Well, that's not that. First of all, you'll never see that kind of a contract again because of the salary cap. It just sits there as dead money, and so most of them are front loaded. And again, we've talked about it all the time. Baseball is thriving right now.
It is.
And so if Juan Soto, good for him. If he can make $600 million, good for him. And again, wherever he lives in the Dominican Republic, I hope he builds him a really nice park.
I hope he builds.
You know what I mean?
If he's going to live in the Dominican all the time with that kind of money, he better build him some sort of little army.
I think he's from like the capital. I think he's from like Santo Domingo.
Oh, okay.
If I remember right.
So
and by the way, how good is baseball in the Dominican Republic?
It's a country the size of what, Miami?
Population, it's probably not, but
Right,
not big.
And it's the second largest producer of baseball talent after the United States.
It's remarkable.
It's ridiculously remarkable.
It's remarkable. And again,
but they have baseball camps there that take kids in at 5 years old, 6 years old.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, hey, I don't know if you've been watching.
And if you're the Dominican Republic government, like, look, we can get more people to make $600 million, and they bring it back to the country.
We're in good shape.
There are entire countries that are developing based on sending talent.
Does the Dominican even have? Is the Dominican's gross domestic product? Is it even $600 million for the country for the year?
Well, that's a fair question. I mean,
that's
really don't know.
That's really a fair question, though.
Yeah. So, I don't know what their GMP is.
Hey, and lastly today, I don't know if you've been watching the World Track and Field Championships. They're going on in Oregon right now. And I
have not.
I like track and field, so I watched the World Track and Field Championships. But you had a rash of disqualifications. One of them by 1/1,000th of a second. He went 1/1,000th of a second too early, so he was disqualified in the 110-meter hurdles. One of the Americans that were favored to medal, and that was on Sunday. So you thought there couldn't be much controversy on Monday after that. Well, the women's triple jump was in its final. And evidently nobody told on the broadcast team, informed the cameraman as he walked onto the track right in front of the steeplechase final that was running down the track.
Tell me. Yeah.
Luckily, he didn't know they were behind him, so he didn't move, and they all were able to go around him. But this guy just walked through. They're 50 yards behind him. He just walks right out of the track to film the triple jump thing. It's lucky nobody got seriously injured.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I don't care how you slice it. That comes up funny.
He just walked right out. And what does that say? Women's triple jump much more important than men's steeplechase.
Well, I guess. I don't. Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
pretty hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious. Just right out of the World Championships, cameraman right out on the track of a live event. Because people forget when you're at a track and field event, there's like 4 or 5 live events going on all at the same time. They got the shot put, the disc, the triple jump, and the steeplechase all going on at the same time. But
absolutely right.
Somebody missed it. Somebody missed it. Hey, Galen, I don't want people to miss this. Where is the Bloodmobile today?
Yeah, and again, I do want to reiterate, we are still in critical need for all blood types, especially platelets. So if you're an A-pos, we need you today. Get out there, give the life, donate blood. We're right on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Bloodmobile today will be out all the way out on 200 at the Walmart out there, so check us out, almost to Citrus County. And please, just give the gift of life, donate blood.
Galen, I'll talk to you tomorrow, pal.
All right, thanks, Tom. Bye.
We'll be right back after this timeout on WOCA, The Source. You hear me talk about the Magnolia Italian Bakery and Deli all the time, but do you really know the story of the bakery? Hi, folks, it's Tom Schmitz. Let me tell you, the Costello family left Sicily in 1955. They brought with them a mind full of recipes and traditions. Magnolia Bakery still features the authentic traditional Italian recipes. We bring you the same flavorful dishes that we've experienced in Italy and continue to experience here. From our warm Italian hospitality to the wonderful homemade food, this is the least expensive way to experience Italy. Experience our age-old recipes passed down from our grandparents to parents to sons and daughters. From our hot meals and subs to our custom-made cakes and pastries, we can do it all. Remember, anyone can boil noodles, but it takes a master to create a meal. And the masters of cuisine are at Magnolia Italian Bakery. Call them at 352-207-2667 today.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible.